Welcome to 56% Soulcalibur, where we promise you... What's going on? Is your controller dead?
There we go.
Wow. Welcome to the channel. We're perfect. We're on point. No, our promise here with this channel is that we're not tournament players, but we're definitely not the gross usual kind of scrappy little grab-ass game that you see on most other people's footage on Soulcalibur. So... hopefully we're a good outlet for the people who actually want to try and get good, but just aren't yet grand. We know the notation. That means we're super cool.
Yeah.
That's super... I'm super glad that this game series does different notation for their face buttons, but I also hate it at the same time, because it's like, trying to teach anybody something, you want to teach them that notation right away, because then you can speak in the moves.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? So it's convenient, but it's probably the most off-putting thing ever. It's like, hey, you want to learn how to play this game? Yeah, it's like, alright, so first thing first, you're going to need to learn code words for every face button and move thing. Got it? Cool. It's like, why don't you just say, you know, A, B, Y, X and stuff, man? It's like, no, trust me. This makes a lot of sense. You just don't see the benefit yet. So it's an uphill battle. It's menacing from the start, but honestly, from what I found, I just downloaded Tekken 7 just for something to fill the void and hold me over until until Soulcalibur 6 comes out. But it's having played that, having played Guilty Gear in that same week, having played Street Fighter V for a very small amount of time, having played Mortal Kombat a little bit as a kid and owning like one of them on GameCube for a while.
Well, I did not hit that third B.
It's the nicest fighting game move input wise. Like, it's pretty consistent, and they're pretty not. Let me phrase that better. They're not very strict with the move input timings. Like, Tekken's pretty precise, and like, let's say you have like a string series where it's like, oh, I'm gonna do. I do A, B, and then that gets me into a stance. Okay, and then I have either K or B, or I can hit like R1 or something. And it's like, alright, cool. Go ahead and input that. It's like 1, 2, 3, and you're probably good. Tekken, it's like 1, 2, 3. You have to pick the ender that you just know you're going to want to have to use. And you better hope that your opponent doesn't react to it. Like, you have to be way better at guessing and reading your opponent. You have to be much better at doing stricter and quicker timing inputs. You have to have a lot of game knowledge for that one to get good at it. Which Soulcalibur, yeah, of course. Like any fighting game, move knowledge is going to make you better. But in this one, you can pretty reliably deal with stuff just from the looks of it.
Yeah.
Also, I like that there's a dedicated guard button. I don't like the feel of doing back guard, but I mean,
it's alright, but yeah, I like the Soulcalibur button a lot better.
Yeah. This game, it feels second nature to me at this point. I've been playing it for so long. Like, I started with 2 on the GameCube, and I've been playing it, like, most of my life. Like, the whole series.
Yeah, in case
I love it. This is my game.
Yeah. In case anyone's wondering, that is a custom Maxi costume. I don't know. I know he shouldn't be wearing glasses. That's not even his personality, but... something about that look, especially when he gets the shirt break there, it's like almost a different character. He becomes a more aged, more mature version of his young, fiery self. If you actually read the Soulcalibur Bible they put up for 5, they talk about how in the game Maxi is actually 40 years old in 5, and though he doesn't look a day over 20 in the game art, and they actually put a little note in the story about how people often comment and jeer with him about how he doesn't truly look his actual age.
Dang. Can you hand me back that script you were reading, sir? Is this copy pasta?
No, that was
a pretty nice little bant you had there, champ.
Yeah.
Bravo. You know what's funny? I don't even think Soulcalibur Bible is like a ubiquitous term. I think I just heard it in like one set of tournament.
I told you not to do random maps. We don't end up on Maxi's ship or Star Wars stages.
Why don't you want to be on Maxi's ship? What's wrong with Maxi's ship?
It doesn't make sense unless you have Maxi or Cervantes.
Yeah, dude, picky.
Yeah, I'm picky. Why else would we?
I'm picky because I'm better than you.
If I wasn't picky, why would we be playing the most like niche fighting game of all time?
I don't know, because you literally didn't play any of the other ones for
longer
like than a minute. It's not an accurate amount of time to gauge them. I didn't start enjoying Tekken 7 till like probably like 20 to 25 hours in, honestly. Which, like, you could make an argument, but fighting games are very technical. Tekken is probably the most technical 3D I can think of. Some people would say maybe Virtua Fighter. Dead or Alive, I hear, is kind of just some of them. I think in 5, it's just like a bullshit festival because you can break out of like any like string at like any point with just like random guessing or something. From what I heard, I haven't played that one, so I'm not gonna act like I know.
Yeah, you're used to that just being a guard break, aren't you?
Yep, I am. I've been playing too much Tekken recently. God.
What? Out of... Yeah, that's the other thing. In 5, he actually will always knee you in the chest, but in this one, he'll slide.
Yeah. But I picked up Tekken 7. I've been enjoying it, just because I was good at... I went turbo mode and just practiced a ton of Devil Jin and Soulcalibur V, because I wanted to get good at him, because I was interested in just like how the fighting style was. And I'm like, oh, let's see if he's decent. Maybe then I can like play a Tekken game with him, and that might be a good barrier to... Bad guesses. That might be a good like way to start out. You know, that should be good. It kind of worked out pretty well. So, I mean, Devil Jin and Yoshimitsu are kind of my boys in that one. I've been trying to get good with Steve, but I feel like you have to be really good at Tekken before you can kind of mess around with what Steve is.
Yeah.
The boxer guy, I just want to be good. King I have a decent time with. I kind of know some Heihachi because he was in Soulcalibur 2 as well, so that's about it. So, good. They seem like a brother and sister kind of franchise, although it definitely seems like the brother, or the spoiled younger sister that gets more all the time seems to be Tekken, in my opinion. Nothing.
What came
really
first, Soul Blade or Tekken?
I want to say it was Tekken, but I don't actually know. Oh, damn.
That's a 2.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm
surprised this hasn't happened yet. Yeah.
That was the best run we've had the whole time.
We've been doing
some tests. I'm out too.
Oh, really?
They're both gone.
Oh, wow.
Okay, here it goes.
Yeah. Alright, to explain that, we're playing on a second-rate, not well-maintained Xbox 360 here. We normally play on PS3, and like the battery packs are just absolute garbo on them now.
Yeah.
So that's great.
There's a couple complaints with this. Mainly, okay, I mean, this is going to sound a little console fanboy, but the frickin' face buttons on the 360 are so, like, sticky and heavy and round and plasticky, like... I don't know how anybody played any fighting games on here. And I can see how someone for a shooter might like it, because the triggers are more triggery, and the buttons, they're definitely better for, like, having your finger, like, really find it really quickly, like you would want to in a shooter to, like, reload or something. But for fighting games that involve slide inputs, it's almost impossible. Like, I'm trying... Like, the one time I actually got that, I think it's called Sword Smash, stupid name for a move. The one where he basically, nothing personal, kids, the guy, and the fire came up. I had to work so hard to get that slide input, man. It's not fun. Or for ear slicer, like it's not good.
Alright, I'm gonna start up the game again.
Yeah. I think it's me.
Yep. Alright, here we go.
Alright.
Please stop. This video is sponsored by Microsoft. We make the best controllers.
Yeah.
PS3 ain't got shit.
Well, just ask C Wizzy about that one.
Bowling.
Well, Xbox ain't got games.
If y'all's ain't on the PC, PS3
muster race.
Yeah, if you're not PS3, PC muster race, you might as well unsub right now.
Just
Don't tell any of your friends about us. Don't sub nothing. Get out of here.
Oh, God damn.
Go back to Reddit.
Didn't get the timing right either.
Okay. So as I was promising, we're not tournament boys by any means, but we're pretty decent. I've kind of... They say Let's Plays are easy, but... Some focus does have to go away with the constant discussion.
Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't throwing down any combos. None of us were doing any combos.
That's
so,
true.
I mean,
Normally,
there goes mine again.
Ooh, dang.
Mine's been pretty consistent this whole time.
Normally we play 5. We haven't played nearly as much 4, although I definitely think we started out playing way more 4.
Nope.
If I remember.
Started out playing more 5.
We played a lot of 4.
No. Let me say. We started out playing a lot of 5, and then we played a lot of 4, and then we played a lot of 5, and then we played a lot of 4, and now for a very long time we've been playing a lot of 5.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I was back and forth between what I liked better about the two games, and both have their merits, but in the end, I do think 5 is a little bit better game. One, gameplay. I just like the stances that some of my favorite characters have in 5 a lot better, and I really like the way they refined Maxi's moveset. He's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, dude, Maxi in 5 is completely
also,
alien from the older Maxis.
Sorry to offend all you lay Bazoinger nerds, but I really hate the presence of the Star Wars characters in this game. I think it defaces it in a very small way. Also, the Star Wars stages. I mean, you got mostly Western fantasy and like Oriental fantasy for most of the roster.
Yeah, it's all like Renaissance.
Seeing them fight on the Death Star just takes me right out of it. And okay, also the characters are kind of crap too. Darth Vader's fun, but he has no good lows. Yoda is a meme because he's half the height of other characters.
Yeah, dude, he
combos
is the ballsiest addition to a fighting game I can
also
think of.
because like combos normally will work against the entire roster, but there's so much stuff that gets dropped against Yoda because he automatically is ducking. So he by default is doing a tech crouch, so highs will always miss him unless he's jumping, and lows, and he's jumping a lot, so your lows are going to miss him a lot. So there are a lot of combos that get dropped against Yoda that work against every other character.
You pretty much have to just stick with mediums, and at that point you're laughably predictable.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the guard impact, the auto guard impact that he has, stops mediums. Like, it's oh god.
And as cool as the Apprentice from Force Unleashed is, he's probably the most forgivable Star Wars character in the game if he weren't such a frickin' speed demon, who is probably the strongest character in the game. He looks cool. I like the way he looks. He's got the most fitting aesthetic with the rest of the roster, minus the lightsaber. But oh man, he's just such a pain to deal with.
He's awful in arcade. He's the quarter eater.
Yeah.
Like, there's 5 rounds, I think, in arcade, and he's like round 5, and he's just a miserable time, because he's almost perfect. Even on, like, the easier settings, he barely ever drops anything. He's got really nice long chains. He's extremely fast, so he'll always cut in on you. You really have to strip your gameplay down just to be able to deal with him, and at that point...
And when he's got a ton of force gauge, just, go home, save your quarters for a parking meter.
Alright, I really like this one.
Go there. No,
Wait, this one?
yeah, it's right there.
You sure?
I love that stage, dude.
Alright. I'm a bit bigger on the other versions of it, and then the magma, like...
The magma is really cool. I'm glad they picked that for the title screen.
I like that. Soulcalibur V took a page from this for their background. Like,
well,
this stage has a nice blend of...
Siegfried's armor looks like that formation between the two of us.
Yeah.
The one right there, yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's like the lobby stuff on online, and like the title screen stuff looks like that for Soulcalibur V, and it's a very, very comfy aesthetic that fits well with like the games. Like, it's nice. Like, okay, story and fighting games, ha ha ha. Like they're never delivered very well, but the snippets that are there are very fun.
You can tell it was rushed in 5. It's a little better in this one.
Yeah, but like there's something really nice and magical. Like, it's a nice little... They got a good canon going for Soulcalibur. There's a lot of detail there that you can find if you look for it. It's kind of hard...
I did not want to do that last beat.
It's kind of hard to find it just, like, in the games, which is weird, because it's like, where's the info coming from then?
The Bible.
I mean, that one doesn't even explain that much. That's more of
it tells you a lot about 5.
Oh, yeah, you at least get a character bio.
Tells you why Maxi hates Astaroth, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so the Soulcalibur Bible, I thought it was... Actually, now I don't even know if I thought it was a ubiquitous term at all, but we were watching... I was watching some tournament footage, like, either right before I was about to get 5, or... Yeah, I think it was right before I got 5, and I went and I got the copy of it, and this was like 2014, maybe... Or no, it was very late 2013... And I picked up 5, because I was like, oh, hey, I guess there's a new Soulcalibur. Might as well check it out. I'd only been playing, like, 3 and Broken Destiny at that point. So,
title fits the game.
Which is pretty much just 4 in a can. And by in a can, I mean on PSP. And Kratos. That was fun.
Oh, yeah, I liked him. I like Lizard Man, but it was fun having his moveset be put on Kratos.
Yeah.
It was pretty much just Lizard Man's moveset. Was it... Did he have any new moves, or was it literally just Lizard Man?
No, dude. Just in 5, he has like a move or 2 that are like clearly taken from like Kratos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. Kratos is not a carbon copy of Lizard Man. Lizard Man, I don't think ever had his like BBB string where he does those 3 slams.
Oh, he does in 5 though. Yeah.
He does in 5 after Broken
I swear he has it in 4.
And that was Kratos.
Doesn't he have it in
string.
4 though?
I don't think he does.
You can see the blue charge up. I was about to do that back BK on you. You interrupted it, that's a very fast move, so I'm surprised you were able to get in there.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done it before. I love the input that they did for that move and missed on this one. It's because in 5, it demands that you do B and then like almost like B slide B plus K, which sounds like it's not a problem, but the game's like notation reading system, I mean, I'm going off stuff I heard online. It might just be bullshit, but I believe it. But the way that the game reads inputs,
I can't believe you get it on that one too. Nice.
There we go.
Disembowel, nice.
There you were.
That's a tough move that he just got there. So nice job. It's pretty tough to get the counter in because that has to be a counter, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. There's no like charge guarantee like in 5.
Oh come on.
2.5. Boy. Where was I? Oh, so I picked up 5, and I watched tournament footage before I picked it up, and the announcers were talking about the Soulcalibur Bible, and I'm like, what is that? And there's apparently, I forget the company now, Future Press. They made a really, really comprehensive guide for Soulcalibur 5, like right before I think the first patch or the second patch for it happened, and they got a lot of good like.
There's a lot of Yoshi combos that don't work though because of stuff that they messed with.
Yeah.
Oh god. That's the first time I've gotten that.
Some of them are really cool.
I know.
I've seen some YouTube videos of people pulling them off, and I'm like, oh, you can do that with Yoshimitsu? No way, dude. And it's like, no, you can't.
Well, yeah, because one of them's like 290 damage.
Yeah.
So I could see why the patch was in there, because basically there was something that led into his critical edge that way they changed his critical edge. I've been
meandering through the Bible for a while now. Let me finish this thought so our audience isn't mad at us.
Fine.
Future Press, they did a strategy guide. It was really good. They referred to it as the Soulcalibur Bible. I got it when I got my copy of 5, and it's beautiful. Turned me into a dang animal in 5. I know everyone well, and most of that knowledge would not be even like remotely possible if I didn't have that guide. And I mean, that's not to say I'm just a guide babby that doesn't do any other like looking into or finds my own stuff, but it's a very, very good tool, and I think it earned the name Soulcalibur Bible, whether or not that's a common parlance or if it's literally just the like overzealous announcers making up stuff on the fly.
Oh,
I'm just gonna stick.
I'm conflicted. I'm just gonna play some Yoshimitsu.
Yeah.
I don't like that custom.
How many matches have we done?
That was 2. This will be 3 right here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, best 2 out of 3, boy.
Yeah, pick
what would be a good. Ooh, here we go.
We already did that one. Give him another stage.
That's true. This one I love.
Yeah.
It was a
Yoshi's armor looks pretty cool.
They kind of had it in Broken Destiny, but it was pretty toned down, and I liked that one a lot.
Oh yeah, some goofs for you. I forgot about those guys.
I love them. I thought it was stupid right away, and it took out of the mood. But you know, Soulcalibur, it's like Metal Gear Solid, and I love both of them with all of my heart. But there are days where it's like, oh yeah, it's really gritty and like, it tells a very dark and tragic tale, and there's a lot of really badass moments. And then there's just like stupid, dumb, like bullshit in the background. It's like, oh, okay, it's not taking itself very seriously anymore. What's with the weird affront? Sometimes it's fun though. Video games can do what they want to do. Oh, come on now. You know, you never do those, and now the day we record, you're getting balls.
Oh, come on! That's your slicer! That should have gotten in there. Oh, damn. We were both trying to disembowel each other there.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God, that button did not work the way I wanted it to. I was trying to do disembowel, or not, that's not disembowel, that's something else. No. Oh, good thing
you know how many times
do door knocker.
That is how you do door knocker in Soulcalibur 5. Also, that might not have picked up. It's way pickier with the pickup in 4.
Yeah, it is a bit pickier. Actually, I think it might drop on this one, but it works in like Soulcalibur.
No, it works.
3,
they just need. I think you can roll back.
Oh, where you at, boy? Come on now.
F my life.
Oh no. No. That one came back in 6, and I'm super happy.
Oh, god damn it.
No. How much footage have you seen of 6? Did you just watch like the very first
I've seen what you showed me.
Okay. Yeah. So what are your thoughts and or concerns on that one? It's nice because I've heard a lot of...
Okay,
yeah,
my concerns changed. The first one I was concerned it was going to try and do too much of the stoppy shit to make it look like, hey guys, classic Street Fighter. But
yeah.
I should not have held that beat.
Yeah, it's much more flashy with a lot of the particle effects and whatnot. And I'm kind of fine with it. It's not like they can't do it at all, but I mean, if you watch this, the particle effects aren't anything that crazy, and when they are, they're really meaningful. I feel like that's what Soulcalibur's always done, and I really like that. Like with a lot of like Marvel vs. Capcom and like Street Fighter, it feels like you're basically do an essential function of the game. It's like, great, amazing, you're the coolest guy ever, wow! With like a bunch of splashy text. And it's like huge number counters on like the hits you're getting, and it's, I don't know, there's something about it that's just
this game it's got
unnecessary.
style.
This one's just like, yeah, you're two dudes, you got swords, go for it, champ. Yeah. Everything that's cool that happens is of your own.
I always forget about that
second
second swing, and it's silly because it's like one of Mitsurugi's basic moves.
I'm gonna break that. I'm gonna break that thing. No!
You forgot all face buttons, buddy.
Okay. What do I have? This is AK, and then... Oh, I didn't hit G with it. I thought my top shoulders together were going to be the combo for the face buttons, but they weren't. That was my goof. Welcome to the Button Slaps channel, where we give you the best button slaps. Nice. Check out.
I wasn't even thinking about
button
that.
Slaps. What? Oh, no. I was gonna say, boy, you done messed up.
Boy, you fucking.
Easy now. This is an E-rated channel.
Yeah, oh, there's worse I could say.
You could call me a loser.
Yeah, that'll get you banned from Treehouse TV in Canada.
Oh boy.
These ponies are a bunch of. What did he say?
Dude, that's the worst type of censorship when it's just dead air. I think that's honestly
what are those kids gonna think?
That's what prematurely killed Comedy Central for me. Like I still watch
it's like the least funny channel on TV these days.
It's really sad what
they
happened.
have nothing, dude.
Yeah.
They
still have South Park reruns and the occasional Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, and when South Park puts out a good episode, once every other season you get to watch that. But
I don't know.
They were entertaining for the first 2 watches, but there's no rewatch value after like the second watch on any of them.
Maybe that's what it is about South Park. Like I hear people that are like, "Oh, I kind of gave up on South Park. Well, it's not funny anymore." It's like, well, no, it is. It's just somehow it's like less.
Well, they just thought every episode... Okay, rewatch like the first 6 seasons. Not every episode is a current events commentary. Now every episode feels like it has to be. Because it's like the same old... it's like... I can't think of what the show was that fell in this routine. It's like, oh, this is the thing we... It's like SpongeBob when they switched...
Family Guy kind of did
that. Sort of, but like when SpongeBob switched producers... When they went to the thing of, oh, this is what SpongeBob does. Okay, SpongeBob's going to do this for 10 minutes. Maybe something will happen. Then South Park's like, oh, South Park does political commentary and parody. The whole episode's going to be a very thinly veiled parody to make idiots feel smart for figuring it out really quickly. The end. A couple more seasons, and that shit's going to be done. Again? Oh my goodness, controller. Xbox, quality controllers here, bud.
Who should I be? I'm gonna try my hand at Maxi Boy.
You're the other me.
Oh, jeez. You know, honestly,
you took my soul.
I like to think that I thought my own thoughts, but it pointed out something very critical. I used to love Rick and Morty. I still do. I think the first 2 seasons are still a damn good time. The 3's a bit shaky on some episodes, but like. That Xavier Renegade Angel...
Go to his boat.
Oh, yeah. The Virgin Chad, like, Xavier versus Rick was just too much.
I actually really hated
some
that.
Very, very, like...
It did.
Pertinent complaints about what the show had become.
Yeah, but the only problem was that we actually... not to be hipsters here, well, sort of.
We're
but
going to be anyway.
Yeah, we watched Xavier Renegade Angel all the way through like a full year before that meme happened, and then for like 2 months, Xavier was blowing up, and I couldn't talk to anyone about it without them having maybe seen one episode or one 3-minute clip on YouTube and thinking they were the coolest kid ever. It sucked.
Yeah. So anyway, you look like a... You're probably better at quoting that thing directly than I am. You look like some loser's failure to comprehend his inner demons.
To confront his inner demons.
I'll be the better man and hang up.
Damn it!
You get out of here with that, boy.
Fucking face grab me? Yeah, okay. And you're gonna tell me,
Matt,
boy?
this is a rated G channel.
Yeah, well, look what Sweden's showing kids. Tell that's rated G.
Oh, I missed. I didn't do it. Uh-oh. I failed my input that entire time.
Yeah, you did.
What is it in this? Is it 3KK?
No, what are you trying to do?
2KK. 2KK. There we go.
2KK. 2KK. Watch, here, I'll show you.
I'm being stupid. There we go. Alright, cool.
There, yeah, now you got it.
Surprise!
Yeah, not very surprising. Ouch.
It's funny, I never bothered with Maxi. I always
yes,
thought
you did.
I looked at it as... No. Let me finish. let me finish, I'm telling a story here.
Oh, it's a ball. I don't think that's even
Oh!
It sounds British, but
wet, Sonny.
I guarded all of that.
So I never bothered with Maxi, because he was kind of just that annoying character I couldn't deal with that everyone knew that I introduced this game to would pick immediately, and that would only make it more frustrating for me. Until 5. Because after a certain point, I kind of started playing the board, and I had the guide with me, so I'm like, I'm gonna test out like everybody, at least to some degree. And when I learned Maxi, right away I just kind of learned, like, I learned him like you'd learn like a Tekken or like a Mortal Kombat character, where you just learn, oh, you do like AAA, BB, KB, and that's like a really cool like string. Instead of learning like, oh, this is a stance, this will transition into this from now.
Oh, damn.
Here's how you combo by doing a transition into one of those stances and then really making it work. Until 5, like way late in my 5 career. Like I learned him right away, like rudimentary, and then I picked him up, and dang did I fall in love with him. And the way they changed him up, that was a back grab.
That is the back. I thought I always think that's his side grab.
I could get to like behind lower and then get the K in if it was the left side or whatever. But yeah, I love what they did with Maxi. They made him much more like offense-based and like less loopy and like flinging around and like unsafe. He's still kind of unsafe with a lot of stuff, and he like continues strings when he's like in stances, and you can't really cancel out very easily or quickly. But all in all, he's the best Maxi they've made. Like, I'd say tier-wise, I mean, you know, implying tiers are important, but the changes they did to him made him much more fun, debatably easier to learn, although that might have just been the one that was... I feel like he was easier to learn
Jake,
than the
tiers
other
are not important is nothing. You will never ever see that put on a Soulcalibur 8-way run forum. There is another saying that they prefer.
Yeah, and, you know,
yeah.
I'm not going to say that one today. So for
tiers
those of
are
for... Tiers are for people who pay attention to them instead of playing the characters that they like and have fun with. That's, you know, that one.
Yeah.
For those of you watching this on YouTube, you know.
Yes, Peter.
Dirty laundry time. This is actually for a class, which is interesting. So I not to try to just grade pander, but I really like what the professor's doing. We played Oregon Trail and had to do like a travel like log with it, which is really interesting. And now she's having everybody do Let's Plays. So it's neat. It's a really cool approach to class. I mean, how many times, I bet professors probably like have really like funny water cooler discussions of like, yeah, you ever do a project where you tell the kids they can do whatever they want, and then there's always like those two nerds that just talk about video games, and I couldn't care less.
Oh my goodness.
This class is like tailored towards those kids, and the professor is welcome, which is interesting.
Yeah. I had that one in the bag, and I kept trying to get one move out the whole entire last 2 fights. I tried to set you up for it like twice. I don't know if you figured it out, but
that was your first mistake.
Yeah, that was one of many mistakes. But
that was all a blur. I was just going in like
killer
instinct mode, not like the fighting game, but like just like mind washed over just doing like muscle memory moves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, that one will about wrap that up. But I'm definitely gonna see if we can't get this maybe streaming on Twitch. Maybe get some hangouts going or whatever. We'll see how the channel develops. But
Goodbye. Have a beautiful time.
Goodbye.